EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. And off we go from Denver. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Throwing now is Lance. Check down, complete to Haskins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Chargers first down.
First down, they'll stick with Haskins. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41. A gain of a yard.
Now a play fake. Lance under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Lance. Setting up the screen for Haskins. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Denver's offense now set to go. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 5.
Nix to the air. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Haskins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Chargers had 11-5 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Short throw to Disley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
15 more yards. That's another.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. And the Broncos.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And the Chargers, first down.
From the gun, Haskins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Bonito. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And Lance now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 2 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
To throw is Nix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up a third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I do think that sometimes on third and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on third down. That's a big pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Nix once more. Setting up a screen for Harvey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. As they've got it as we resume action. Now it's Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the bootleg. Here's Nix. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Ingram. It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
To throw, here's Nix. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Jeremy Crawshaw.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Davis now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin with a give to Haskins. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
And Lance going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, Lance. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
18 more yards.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Lance's pass.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
From the gun, it's Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bonito. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Chargers 6.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Nix.
39-yard line.
He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now 3rd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix has taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Nix to the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be prevented.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Lance. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lance. They'll go underneath to Haskins. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing now is Lance. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
Gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
Here's Lance to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, here's Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now,
there he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 yards.
Nix from the shotgun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tuli Tuipulotu in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw is Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
A gain of 9 on the play.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, You and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Working from the gun, Lance. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down.
Lance looking to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give to Haskins up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Chargers first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And Lance now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he had it going in the 1st half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Harvey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trey Lance leading his offense out for this next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think, that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up
Lance going to sneak it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Handoff now, it's Haskins. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successful, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
The Lance going to throw. Right side, he has Johnston. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Chargers first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chargers.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And here's the give to Haskins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
They'll run here with Haskins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Harvey now on 1st and 10. Powering forward. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw, here's Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Haskins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Throwing Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Lance over the middle and caught by McConkey. Now 2nd and 5.
Number 15, McConkey. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Lance. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down.
They'll run it with Haskins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
It's now 2nd and
Back to throw. Lance. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Denver's offense now set to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and
Nix to the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Here comes third down at 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and
Here's
7.
Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Oronde Gadsden with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Nick's looking to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll run the option to start the drive. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Running left, Haskins. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Out of bounds. The offense retains possession.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Short throw to Disley. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Now run with Haskins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Haskins trying to pick it up. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the 1st down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Nix from the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
That's good.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The 45-yard line.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead as that leads us to 4th. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Denver, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.